Ethnix.
Hello.
Hi, Rosalia. How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Great.
Perfect.
Why are you guys here for the second time?
We brought you guys more goodies.
Okay, what
Yeah.
are those goodies?
More goodies on B-Day.
Yeah.
Since it's the package for everybody. So,
I actually understand that you guys released a new single today.
Yes.
What is the name of the single?
The single is called Omaronga. Yeah, this is a song that we've dedicated to our parents. And it's out there for everybody that appreciates their parents. And not just a dedication, but it's something that we did from the pits of our hearts. Because of
oh poor me,
yeah,
I lost both my parents in 2016.
yeah.
And when that happened, I just felt like I've been taking them a little bit for granted, and I needed to honor them more and just say thanks and just appreciate what they've done in raising me. So that's what the song is all about. It's all about honoring your parents and just being grateful for what they did for you.
Also, me being raised by my single mama, and it's
Yeah, single mom.
basically it's quite deep.
Now, why did you guys decide to drop that song on this specific day?
Today is the day of love.
It's the day of love, it's the day of giving, it's the day of sharing love and today it's not really the day of love, it's just the one day in the year where you get to express it more than usual.
Yeah.
So then we decided there's a perfect day for that.
Yeah.
And also as for the fact that we also have a Valentine's Gala dinner coming up, so we're like, why not just debut the song on this special day for special people?
Okay. And I'm sure writing, this type of songs or this type of, music is a bit emotional and all that, because it takes you back. So how did you manage to finish the song? How did you take it?
That song took around about
It took a long time.
6 months to be done.
Yeah.
Not because it didn't have the words the lyrics to the song.
The song was written, but she, she used to break down
I was just
all
too
the time.
emotional because I would just sing part of the chorus and I'll break down, part of the chorus and I'll break down. And then up to the point where after we came back now from the holiday, I just got to deal with it and just accept the fact that sometimes you don't have to do around things you can't change. You just grow your strength from it and just accept it and not really move on, but just let it always be there to guide you, but don't ever forget it, because pain is basically what drives us at the end of the day.
Okay. And I understand that the song is actually from your upcoming album.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe you can just give us a little bit information on the upcoming album, when it's coming out, and what the name of the album is.
The name of the album is still a surprise.
Okay.
Yeah, because we want to hit the people with that breath of fresh air. We don't want to release too many details, but the album is coming out before July. Okay, before July the album will be out. We'll organize the media launch and stuff like that. So we're not gonna really dwell around the major details, because if we do that, then everybody would know what to expect.
But July is almost here. July is just around the corner.
But as we told you, Roxy, Rosalia, like when you're cooking, you still can't tell how many plates will come out of that pot.
Of course.
You just continue cooking.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we are cooking.
But at least give us at least just a little bit of information, how many tracks the album is going to have.
The album will have around about roughly 10 to 12 tracks.
Okay.
It's gonna feature some great people. We're planning on working with greatness. As we just see, the Namibian industry is filled and flooding with talent from all the four corners of Namibia. So we're so far just working with 2 producers currently. We are still open to working with any other producer who's interested, but for now we only have 2 who happen to be K-Boss and Andrew. And so far we are on a good roll, man. The spirit is beautiful, the energy is lovely.
Well, the other day, actually, when we were finishing off, rounding off the song in the weekend, we had like a late night session. We had a bunch of artists at the studio. We had people like Top Cherry, them, the whole Black Box crew, otherwise, and Camtonio from PDK. We just got to learn recently that he's one of the greatest producers also.
Yeah, because he did his magic.
And he also, had, something to contribute on the fixing the song and stuff like that. And it was amazing. We had a nice session. Yeah.
Sometimes when you're working with the same person over and over again, it becomes like you're cooking the same recipe all the time.
Yeah.
So when we got somebody from PDK, somebody with a different sound technique, somebody with different things to offer, it was just a beautiful combination, because at the end of the day, it was like we were all blending.
Yeah, and he just heard the song and he was like, wow, guys, I have to do something on this song.
Yeah.
We're like, yeah, of course, man. He's a very credible artist in the country, and we appreciate what he did. Yeah.
Okay. You guys only mentioned that the song is really dedicated to your late parents.
Yes.
Maybe you can just give us an explanation what the words mean, what's the name? Omaronga means.
Yeah.
And just what you're talking about in the song. Yeah.
Omaronga, it's more like commandments. I'm sorry, guys, I'm not that good with direct translation, because y'all know Shero is just a different language. So it's more of like Omaronga is the kind of things you are taught, like don't say this, don't do this.
Yeah.
And I also say that meaning that my father also brought me up quite well, and my mother taught me well. That's basically what the chorus says. And it also said that there's a part where I say it's in the sense of they always say that you must always learn to listen and just delay a bit with the way you respond, because then you should also process the information. So that's practically what I'm just saying. And then the rest is just me whiling about how much I miss my parents and where are they and where am I, and that the Lord should just give me strength to pull through. And he also does the same thing. He praises his mother, he's thankful to his mother of all the things he has done in trying to groom him and bring him up.
And I actually understand that you guys also dropped a new music video recently.
Yes.
Of your Ultima. So how's the reaction so far?
Wow, the reaction is great so far. It's a clean video. It's quite sleek. It's our first video as Ethnix actually, and the response is quite good. The views on YouTube are increasing on a daily basis. We have it on TV, it played, so now you actually have people seeing you in the street and they'll be like, that guy, or that girl. It's quite great, man.
It's a great project, man, and it was a first ever project and we're proud of it.
Yeah.
And we also learned a lot from it. We learned the to-dos and not to-dos when it comes to a music video, and also how to learn how to just sell the music with an image.
Yeah.
Who produced the music video?
It was done by Optimistic. It's a video. It's a videographer. The right term to use actually. So that's Bloskid, Bonnie, and Gustav. They are amazing people. They heard the song and they were like, hey, why don't we work on this, man? And the funny thing about Ethnix is people are willing to help. Because
every time. But they just offer like, don't worry. I can do the art. I can do the music video. I can dress you up. I can do your makeup. And then you're like.
The other time we had talking about dressing, we had Ingo Shanyega dress us for the video also, and he just offered. He's just like, yo, I like this song. Let me do this, and it's
we also
really.
have two more designers that are willing to dress us up for events at most times, and we also have Melvi do my makeup. The lovely bronze and us looking like some nice chocolates. It was a great project.
It was awesome, man.
Okay. I'm always curious to know what happens behind the scenes. How long did it take you guys to release this music video or to shoot this music video?
It took over the whole weekend actually. Basically. We had to, run around with logistics and stuff like that. But we had our hiccups. Drove to venues that were sort of written off. Like you go to the people and you're like, no, we'd like to shoot a video here, and then they're like, nah, okay, you can do it. And then just when you're about to, come through, and then they're like, no, unfortunately, ABC can't happen. So we had things like that happen, but we still managed to pull through, you know. We had an awesome team, you know. Our manager Paula is, you know, always
she runs
on my
around
case.
like she just lost her head. She literally is on top of everything, making sure that everything moves smoothly. She's just like, you know, sometimes you just look at people and you wonder why. With Paula, she's just passionate about what she's doing. If it was not for work, we are so sure she would have been here right now, standing right behind the camera and whispering little things and taking videos and like, Mama, please.
Yeah, I actually understand that because I think she called even 100 times just confirming the time of the interview. Okay. So last time we spoke, now that we were talking about Paula and you are under her management now. So how is that so far? I understand because you guys were, you know, managed by another person. So this is a new experience. So how is it so far?
It's amazing.
Yo, it's amazing, man.
It's like dealing with a crazy big sister. Like, when you know you can't disrespect, because at a point you'll be so pissed, like, but then you're like, okay, baby, okay, but she's just a phenomenal human being, and she's the kind of person that makes things happen, and you don't have to worry about the time, you don't have to worry about logistics, because she's just on top of everything. And I'm not saying this to put whoever was managing us before down. It's just in the sense that it's a great experience. You can now see that from A you are moving to B, and from B you're about to move to C, which is a great thing. It's great to see growth within yourself. You never just want to sit around and just do the same thing all over again.
It's actually really nice, man. She's professional, and you know, once a lot of people heard that we're being managed by her as, you know, independent artists under no label whatsoever, the feedback was great because they know her as, you know, that person that is always on point with her things. So Paula is awesome. Okay. Yeah.
So when can we expect the Amarango music video dropping?
It's like you're digging deep into our pockets, like
we need to know.
The thing is, for now, we're still waiting to see, you know, the feedback. To see how the song will do. But meanwhile, we are also still working on the album. You know, we're working towards the album, the planning process and stuff like that. So we might, you know, just stumble upon a song according to maybe the time of the year, you know, that would fit more with the kind of vibe that is happening, you know. So we might shoot Omaronga, we might shoot another, you know, video that will come out as a single song.
He's practically just saying, do not expect to just have Omaronga dropped as a video. Just have an open mind, because you never know what's popping.
You never know,
Anything else you guys want to add? Maybe any new projects that you guys are working on that we can expect in the next few months or weeks, days even?
Projects is, I think, diversity-wise or diverting from life, we are diverting from being more studio and backtrack based to more live performances, because we just saw that there isn't many artists who are willing to do it live, and based on our texture of music and our content and our whole image, live would just serve us good. And it's also a great way to explore yourself and to grow as an artist. So we are diverting more into that. And if there's anybody out there who's watching this or listening, anybody who's a great guitar player, pianist, a vocalist, a backup singer, backup dancer, we are open, man. You just dial us up, or you go to our Facebook pages, Instagram, or anywhere where you have our contact, and you just talk to us, and we can just see how we're going to work it through, because we are now changing how we usually perform. We are no more backtracking or having something playing in the background. We rather give original, authentic music as it is to the public.
That's what we're busy working on. So the challenge about this is we don't really have, you know, a fixed band, and that's why, you know, she's, you know, we don't really have a fixed band. So we really need, you know, independent, open-minded people that can, you know, come through, and we just jam together. You know, at the end of the day, music is a fun thing, and you know, most of the times you might even perform without getting paid and stuff, but at the end of the day, the feeling that you get out of it and seeing what impact you have on the way people feel when you perform, that's for me the most important thing as an artist.
One would like to look at performances without payments as like being educated and not have to intern for 6 months without payment just because you need the experience.
It's like sharpening your skills.
It's sharpening your skills and you just get yourself out there. Because at the end of the day, you might perform with us one night, you don't get paid, but then you get scouted by a bigger, better artist, and then you just become on their payroll, and then you become their act. So at the end of the day, it's like when you're given a platform, you just better make sure that you use it to your greatest. And to just put yourself out there.
Yeah, but I'm sure, like, I've spoken to a couple of artists and they feel like, performing for free only comes until a certain
yes, it does.
when you're trying to get your name out there, and then obviously once that's over, you need to get paid. So, and I also understand that when you have a live band, when you actually work with a live band, those people also need to be paid.
Of course.
From the guitar.
Yes,
of course.
And that's why most times you only have to be, when it comes to live events, you'd rather do it corporately, because even when it comes to the setup of the whole performance, it allows you to do what you're supposed to do, how you're supposed to do it. So that you look at how you're going to execute different performances based on the kind of show it is. So you won't actually expect a full live band to perform free. No, that does not work. But you have little shows like where tonight we're performing at that gala tonight, Ella Duplessis for LYDA. It's a youth motivational kind of situation going on, and because it's a little event, we can only we opt to perform only with the guitarist because the room is small. You're dealing with a smaller crowd, so even you having to project the sound or the music, it's easier.
But I want to understand a little bit. You guys are going fully into live performances, or you're still going to incorporate a little bit of
like she has mentioned, it depends, especially for corporate events. We're looking at performing more live because the audiences at corporate events are not really those similar to, let's say, for example, a festival with 1,000 people, you understand, projection and stuff like that, unless we're talking about things like jazz festival where the sound is like top notch, and whatever you project is gonna come out. Even the last person at the end of the crowd can hear. So we're going to fuse live performance, with, let's say, for example, we play with backtracking, but then we say just remove the main or the leading vocals and just remain with let's say semi live performance, depending now on the type of crowd, and it also gives you a chance to express yourself more in a different way according to how you feel on that day on that certain song. So it's really nice.
I know this question has nothing to do with music or whatever, but it just popped up now in my mind. I just have to ask: have you guys ever been accused of being a couple?
We are married. That's like, guys. Honestly, now it's like we've known each other for a very long time.
Okay, that's
we have been accused of dating so many times that we just make a joke of it, like
it's quite funny now.
What the hell? No, we are not dating.
Not at all.
We are more brothers. That's the kind of because we are pregnant. We told you this last time, Roxy. You're just being weird.
No, but I never asked you guys whether you guys have been accused of being a couple.
Why did we come to that topic though?
In any case, before you guys leave, maybe you can just give us a little bit of, a new song flavor, just a short chorus.
She likes to have us sing this one. Why are we performing for free now?
Perform.
Mama wenjipo marongo mawa, tate wenjikulitha moga luthemba. Mama wenjipo marongo mawa, tate wenjikulitha moga luthemba. Amasha mwasha wanje pura tena. Mwasha wanje hilika, mwasha wanje pura tena. Mwasha wanje hilika.
Neka sisingwe onde kuinekela, boshi kundusho egeje fikonda makela. Neka sisingwe kuinekela, maele wapanga meshonde miko mangela. Toti nekwa jazima oinga nyoko. Nekwa jazima oinga nyoko. Respect your parents, yo.
Thank you guys for coming through. Any last words, maybe?
Yeah, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Yes.
Facebook, Ethnix Namibia, Instagram, Ethnix Namibia, YouTube, Ethnix Namibia. You can download the new single Omaronga on namibianmusic.com. You can still download Omutima at namibianmusic.com. Let's spread these songs. Let's make them go viral. Yeah.
It's our own Namibian for Namibians by Namibians. Let's push our own brand. That's the only way we are gonna get it out there. And for the Triple Fs, you guys have been amazing. The family, the friends, and the fans. You guys are always top notch. And please, for the underdogs, guys, we are doing this for you. Yeah. Whenever you come to a session like this, you make sure you address the other underdogs that you better pull those socks up.
That's what's up.
That's what's up.
Thank you, guys.
All right.